It's week 2 of the NFL, and our focus is on the Lions' towering wide receiver. He went well over 100 yards a week ago and found his way to the end zone. It's the Lions and the Bears, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. From the 27, Allen. And complete to Drake London. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 catches, 103 in the yardage department.
And in the preseason, I thought he was primed for a big, big year. And week 1 did absolutely nothing to diminish those expectations.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. Campbell making the catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Allen. Over the middle, caught by London. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Allen now looks to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They go back to, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and this is scooped up by the Lions.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image advantage of how they expected to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Rodriguez. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. On 3rd down, Rodriguez. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Rodriguez. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taking it about the 16.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Bears take over.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Burgess. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing again on second down. Allen, throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. To throw again on second down. Allen. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Now Allen. Open man, the tight end Henry. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. Play action. Now it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Rodriguez.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
The Chicago offense set to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Here's Allen to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Allen. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he will have the Bears' first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 40-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Got his man. It's London. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Dobbins running out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On play action, Allen. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. To the air, Allen. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Allen. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Gallagher. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Allen now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Drake London, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. That's Rodriguez. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Rodriguez. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
The Lions at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw here. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Complete to number 9. A gain of 5 brings up
He'll drop
2nd
to
and
throw.
goal at the Bears' 3-yard
Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson from 3 yards out.
And the Lions have got it back to within a score. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Josh Allen and the offense heading back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Now Allen.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On second down, a run with Dobbins. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. On play action, Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. On fourth down on is Colby Wadman now to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now a second down and 6. They'll drop to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Here's Jake Camarda now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now. Allen now on 1st down. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Oh, good move. Another. And he loses the football a second time. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times I think they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 2nd and 6. He finds his man, complete. That's Harvey. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Back to throw again. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 2 yards.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harvey. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 37.
York able to send this one through.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
He's been pretty effective so far, solid numbers yardage-wise, but the fumble last time, that's what he's thinking about. Has to be a little bit more secure.
Yeah, he does. Would you yell at him right here? Would you get on?
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Damian Harris, a touchdown run in that first half.
Well, everyone's...
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard. But there are definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Rodriguez. And he'll be out of bounds downs right around the 20. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Shifts by him. Trucks over him. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he spins through. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a different intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Allen off the play fake.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. They'll try the draw here with Dobbins.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Allen now looks to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Dobbins will take it in. Touchdown, Bears.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it's 21-10. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
So gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 9.
Now back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Harvey. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
He completes it to Henry. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Here's Allen. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Allen again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2nd and 12. Here's a give to Dobbins.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Throwing is Allen on third. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Allen. And caught by London. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here's Dobbins.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
103 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Right back to Dobbins on first to the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Allen to throw it. Got a man. It's London.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
To the air. Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. They run the counter. Rodriguez. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now, because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Back to throw here.
Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson.
The pass. Complete to T.J. Hockenson. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
second and 4.
Going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harvey.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's Rodriguez.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Back to throw again. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Rodriguez. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Now a give right side. Rodriguez. And he stopped immediately there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Cade York on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Allen. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab.
He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. From the 45 on 2nd down, Allen.
He's got his man, London, right side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. And they'll get him down right around the 16. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll run here with Dobbins. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
To number 20. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Bears.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Trying to improvise. They juked him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now he'll escape to his right. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Touchdown! A great effort there.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by York is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Now Dobbins again on second down. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Bears, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.